This isn't just another video you've seen on YouTube. Most videos on the internet are filled with the same old advice, telling you to be disciplined, do your homework daily, or study in the morning instead of late at night. Well, those videos are often made by people who have never actually been at the top. But this video is different. It's made by someone who has been on top, hit rock bottom, and climbed back to the throne once again. That's why I've created a blueprint. A blueprint designed to help you crush the competition. A blueprint that will make you the top student in your class. Now, this video can't magically turn you into him, but it can help you make those grades look like a walk in the park. So, if you have other tabs open, or you're listening to some lo-fi beats, it's time to focus. So, let's start with piece number 1. You need to become a hacker. Now, life isn't a video game, and I don't mean you need to become some tech genius. I mean, you have to learn to hack the system. And what's a better way to do that than by using previous data? Think of your exams as battles and past exam papers as your battle maps. Someone like Ayano Koji would never jump into a battlefield without a map. What you need to do is simple. Gather all the exams from the past 3 years. When you do this, you'll start to notice something interesting: repeated questions, the same patterns, just recycled in different ways. There's always a core part of each chapter that's tested 80% of the time. This is where you have to think like a hacker. Look for the concepts that are frequently repeated. Figure out what kind of questions most students struggle with. Pinpoint the topics that are your teacher's favorite testing ground. After analyzing all this, you'll develop a strong sense of confidence and create a mental prototype of the upcoming exam. For a strategist like Ayano Koji, this is the most efficient method: studying smarter, not just harder. To truly be a hacker, you need to be faster than a striking mantis. Your ears should instantly catch any hints your teacher drops in class. You need eyes in the back of your head so you know how the top students are preparing. There are always small, hidden channels on YouTube that are gold mines for students. It would be wise to keep a few of them handy to give yourself an unfair advantage. And remember, whenever your teacher repeats something multiple times, mark it as AVIP, a very important point. But you're completely wrong. Imagine what you do right after you finish learning a new topic. For most of you, it's probably scrolling through TikTok, lying in bed procrastinating, or binge-watching Netflix. That's why your brain fails to remember anything you just learned after only a couple of hours. To fix this, you need to do one of these 3 things to sharpen your brain and lock in that information. First, get an instant adrenaline rush. By the end of a study session, your brain is tired. This is your last chance to secure everything you've just learned. Do a heavy workout or just run for 5 minutes straight without stopping. Cold showers shock your nervous system, improve your circulation, and boost brain function. They also increase norepinephrine, a chemical that's linked to focus and mental clarity. It's a simple trick with powerful effects. The third thing you can do is inject caffeine into your system strategically. While most students stay caffeinated all day, a top 1% student uses caffeine with precision to crush their opponents. The strategy is to take a small cup of coffee or tea before you start your study session. Then have a bigger cup after you've finished. Follow this and your brain will feel sharper than ever, ready to recall information when you need it most. Let's move on to the third piece of the blueprint. You need to understand the Feynman technique. This isn't some complex scientific theory. It's a simple, powerful learning method. Here's how it works. First, you choose a concept you want to learn. Then, you try to explain it in the simplest terms possible, as if you were teaching it to a child. As you explain, you'll quickly identify the gaps in your own understanding. Go back to your study materials to fill in those gaps. Finally, review and simplify your explanation even further. By teaching the concept, you master it. Now for the fourth piece, the one that changed everything for me. Active recall and spaced repetition. This is the ultimate combo for long-term memory. Active recall means actively retrieving information from your memory instead of passively rereading it. Test yourself. Use flashcards. Try to answer questions without looking at your notes. This process strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. Spaced repetition is the other half of the magic. Instead of cramming all your studying into one night, you review the material at increasing intervals. For example, you might review a topic after 1 day, then 3 days, then a week, and so on. This tells your brain that the information is important and needs to be stored in your long-term memory. It's the most efficient way to study, period. Finally, the fifth piece of the blueprint is to manage your environment and your energy. Your study space should be a fortress of focus. Keep it clean, organized, and free from distractions. Put your phone in another room. Use apps to block distracting websites. Your environment has a huge impact on your ability to concentrate. Equally important is managing your energy, not just your time. Schedule your most difficult tasks for when you feel most alert. Take regular breaks to avoid burnout. And don't forget about sleep. Ayano Koji wouldn't sacrifice his physical and mental recovery. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories and recharges. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. So, there you have it. The 5-piece blueprint to becoming a top student. 1. Become a hacker and analyze past data. 2. Sharpen your brain after studying with an adrenaline rush, a cold shower, or strategic caffeine. 3. Master concepts with the Feynman technique. 4. Use active recall and spaced repetition to build a powerful memory. And 5. Control your environment and manage your energy. This isn't about being born a genius. It's about using the right strategies to outsmart the system. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more blueprints like this. And let me know in the comments which piece you're going to try first. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. You want to know, my favorite part of becoming a top student is a technique called chunking. Chunking is the art of breaking down huge amounts of information into smaller, more manageable pieces. Take a look at this long number. Looks almost impossible to remember. But now, look at it this way. Suddenly, it seems way more memorable. That's chunking in action. But chunking isn't just about splitting things randomly. It's about creating a logical pattern. For example, if you're learning about World War I, don't just memorize dates. Start with the cousins, then the beginning of the war. Next, its effects. And finally, the end of the war. See? A logical flow. You can make these chunks even more memorable by using visuals. Ayano Koji does this by imagining what he's reading. This simple trick reduces brain overload and makes learning much less stressful. Another way to master chunks is by applying the first 3 rule. If you're learning a list of facts about something, just focus on the first 3 to start. Once you've got those down, move on to the next 3. But the absolute best way to make these chunks stick is by actively recalling what you learned. When your brain isn't overloaded with a giant wall of text, it can effortlessly connect all the dots and patterns. Chunking isn't just a studying technique. It's a mental strategy to stress less and retain more. This was probably the most helpful piece of the puzzle in my journey to becoming a top student. Now, listen closely, because this next part is crucial. There's a rule to measure your work, and it's a simple equation: the level of intensity times the hours you worked. Let's imagine 2 people, Joe and Rogan. Both of them complete 20 units of work. Who made more progress? You can't answer that yet. Let me explain. Joe works at level 2 intensity for 10 hours straight. He's constantly distracted, checking his phone, and can't focus on one thing at a time. Meanwhile, Rogan works at level 10 intensity for just 2 hours. Now, looking at it from this perspective, who has more time to do other things while still achieving the same amount of work? Obviously, it's Rogan. This is the power of intensifying your hours, also known as deep work. Deep work means you isolate yourself completely. You're in a room separated from the rest of the world. Your phone is on silent, out of sight. It's just you and your work. This is where you'll make the most progress. Always remember the 80-20 thoughts principle. 20% of your activities will generate 80% of your results. Deep work is that 20%. But here's the catch. Don't you try to go into deep work all day long. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, turn it into short sprints. Work for 50 minutes, and then take a 10-minute break. Set a timer for every single task. True top performers don't just focus on quality, they believe in quantity too. Making every single second count. Last but not least, you need to reset your brain. And by reset, I don't mean lying on your bed and Zoom scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. That's not a reset. That's just more mental clutter. Resetting means actually cooling your brain down, giving it a real break. And the best way to do that is surprisingly simple. Go for a walk. Leave your phone at home. No AirPods, no podcasts. Just you and the fresh air. Whenever you feel tired of pushing yourself to be a better student, just sit down. Take 27 deep breaths. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Then hold your breath for 15 seconds. Repeat this process 2 or 3 times. Do this a few times a day, and you'll find your brain's focus can increase by as much as 30%. Not only that, but your body will produce more ATP molecules, giving you extra energy for your study sessions. And please, never underestimate the power of sleep. A healthy mind resides in a healthy body. It's not about the quantity of sleep, but the quality. A solid 5 hours of deep, restful sleep is far better than a restless 7 hours of tossing and turning. But what if you have a gigantic syllabus to cover and exams are right around the corner? In that case, you can follow the power nap method. It's a trick even Batman reportedly uses. He breaks his sleep into 30-minute intervals throughout the day. This can give you the energy of 8 hours of sleep in just 4. Now, listen to me. The world is changing fast. It's getting more competitive every single year. Nobody is going to come and save you. You have to stand up for yourself. New Year's resolutions mean absolutely nothing if you raid just a person with big dreams, but no action. I want you to make the coming year the best year of your life. So, if you're serious about that, watch this next video to make it the greatest year you've ever had. Thanks for watching.